everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. That bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Starting the drive was Snell. On the handoff, it's Snell. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive.
Threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Faking to give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson.
And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On defense, they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passing.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sounds like that 1st down there. Need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Snell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
53, ready, hot.
And this is incomplete.
Here, 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
Playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray, and that one is incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Situation dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. His 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
1st down, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Throwing again, Murray, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. To throw on 3rd down, Stafford, and that will be incomplete. Back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. 80%, but it's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray now, and that is incomplete. Murray to air it out again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. With 1st and 10 at their own 25. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7. Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing is Stafford.
Hartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
Back onto the field. 2nd quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He hits White, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kevin White, 76 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That is caught inside the 5. Now Murray.
And this offense can get their...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown!
From 4 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
Create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle.
Murray going to throw, and he fires one incomplete. Now Murray off play action. On the left side, a catch by White. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A nice pickup of 23. On 1st and 10, Stafford looking for the out route, and he's got more. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Stafford. And that is incomplete. To throw again. Stafford caught on the right side by Jones. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
They go to Johnson again. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's it's complete.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that.
Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this will be incomplete. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got his target. That's more. Stafford on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. Now Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. On 2nd down, Johnson. And a nice pick up there. Stafford on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. Here's Snell yet again, 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Stafford. That's to his running back. Complete. Though critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Throwing again is Stafford. Right side and taken in by Fulgham. The air again, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Back to throw it. Murray. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right.
Murray going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A rough start as we take a peek at the numbers. He's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better.
Here's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Powell.
Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 2nd down, it's Snell. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Cards, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8.